What is up guys, Nico here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And for today, we are going to talk about and a little bit review the Moza Mini MX. Alright, so before we start, quick disclaimer, this Moza Mini MX was sent to me by Moza Philippines. This is not a sponsored video and I do not get to keep this gimbal. They just sent it to me to try it out. So this review is totally unbiased. It is not a sponsored video. Now, another disclaimer, I am not a mobile video shooter. I started out, this channel with a mobile phone, but I could not say that, I mastered the art of taking videos using a mobile phone. I struggle with it a lot. I don't know why, but yeah, that's why I am so impressed with, people who could make, films, short films, or those, cinematic montages using mobile phones. So salute to you guys. If you guys are mainly shooting your videos on a mobile phone, then this product just might be for you. So to start, one thing that I like about this Moza Mini MX is that it is so easy to set up. Wait, let me just put it back into its original state when I got it. Alright, so once you purchase a Moza Mini MX, it will arrive in this form factor, which for me is, a genius thing because it saves space because it can fold like this. Now, at first, I couldn't figure it out because this is the first time I've held a foldable phone gimbal or mobile phone gimbal. So but this is how you unlock it. Now first, you just twist this main handle, the main gimbal handle, like this. And then one more time until it's like that, the familiar form of the gimbal. Now there are two more things to unlock. Number one is this part. You will see icons. Just twist it towards the sign of the unlock. And then this part where the phone is, again, there is a sign here. There you go. So once those are unlocked, you are ready to go, ready to use this gimbal. Now, the tripod goes here, which is unusual because usually gimbals, whether it's a phone gimbal or a camera gimbal, have those quarter 20 threads at the bottom of the handle and act as a tripod, also as an extension handle for those gimbals. So I'm actually torn with this design. I don't know if I like it because yes, I would have preferred it to be here to extend the grip, the handle of the Moza Mini MX, but this also serves as, a second grip. If you really want to be stable with your shots, you can use it as, a dual handle type of thing for the gimbal. Now, setting your phone up in the gimbal is also easy. You just put your gimbal in this cradle, this holder, and just try to place your phone in the most balanced position and then just turn on by pressing the power button. And there you go, you are good to go. Now this gimbal will work with the native camera app, of course, because it is a physical gimbal. So whatever you do, whatever app you use, if it's a native app or the app of Moza, which we will talk about later, you will still get smooth images. But there are advantages in using the app of Moza, which is called the Moza Genie app. Now, let's go into some of the basic controls of the gimbal. So you've got 4 buttons in the handle: the power button, the joystick, the zoom in, and the zoom out button. Also, you've got this trigger in the handle. Now, when you want to recenter your gimbal, just click the trigger 2 times and it will go back to the center position. If you press and hold the trigger, this will lock the gimbal in whatever position it was when you held the trigger. Now, when you press it 3 times and you are on the Moza Genie app, it switches from your front camera to your back camera or vice versa. So that is what happens. That is how you control what camera you are using through the Moza Genie app. Now, the zoom buttons, of course, zooms in and zooms out, but it's not just the function of these buttons. If you press the zoom in button once, you will go into pan and tilt mode, meaning the gimbal will follow your movement when you pan and you tilt, meaning up and down. And if you press it again once, it will go back to pan follow mode, which is, following your movement just from side to side, which is the pan. So even if you tilt it, it will stay in that place. Now, for the zoom out button, if you press it once, you will go into FPV mode. Now, when in FPV mode, it follows all your movements in all axes. So pan and tilt, and this one. I don't know what you call this, but it follows all your movements. Now, if you want to do, those inception modes, those, what do you call that? Vertigo mode, stay in FPV mode and just put the joystick to the right. And it will rotate slowly to get that inception mode. Now let's go back. There you go. Now, of course, you could also control the start and stop recording of your camera using the power button or the record button. And of course, the joystick, self-explanatory. It controls the movement of the gimbal depending on which mode you are on. Now, one thing that I found really amazing with the Moza Mini X and the Moza Genie app is its tracking feature. As you can see here, it tracks me very, very well. Even if I turn around, it doesn't lose me. The only time it will lose me if I move fast and go completely out of the screen. When I come back, it will not be able to find me and reattach, that tracking thing to my face. This is good for people, who are solo shooters. Maybe you are doing tutorials, but you need to move around and you don't have someone with you to be your camera operator. Then you could use this gimbal with your mobile phone with the Moza Genie app and just turn on that tracking feature and it will track wherever you go. So if you are thinking of doing those types of videos, tutorials, work from home, or maybe, you want to show a space to someone and you need to take a video of yourself moving, the tracking feature is a very, very wonderful tool to have. Also, this tracking feature is perfect if you are a videographer and you want to take, behind the scenes stuff. And you don't have, again, a second shooter with you. Just set up your Moza Mini MX with your phone, do your work, and it will track you while you take the main video. Another thing that, in that same line is a gesture control, wherein you could gesture the peace sign, this number 2, and it will start recording. And you could also end recording by opening your hand and then closing it in a fist position, and that will end the recording. Now, of course, the most important feature of a gimbal for it to be, I think, good is its stabilization. So here are some tests that I did using the Moza Mini MX. Alright, so right now I am testing the Moza Mini MX. I'm testing the stabilization of this gimbal, and looks good, huh? I'm using the front facing camera of my phone, so it's not that wide. But yeah, I think, and I'm walking on rocky ground, uneven ground, so looks stable at least right now on my phone. I'll check later in the computer. But yeah, now let's switch to the back cameras. So I'm now using the back camera. Let's see if this is stable. This is without anti-shake. This is with anti-shake. Alright, so as you can see, this gimbal is pretty stable. It is, I think, a perfect tool if you are a mobile phone filmmaker or a mobile phone vlogger, because it gives you that stabilization that you need for, you know, to eliminate those shaky videos. Now there is a feature that I wasn't able to try because I am not into those things. Again, I am not a mobile filmmaker, I'm not a mobile videographer, but it is the magic mode, wherein you go into this mode in the Moza Genie app, and it will tell you what type of shots to take, and it will stitch or edit this footage for you. If you want to check that out, there are other videos on YouTube where they try this, but yeah, it's not really my thing. And what's good about this Moza Mini MX is its price. During the time of this recording, this retails here in the Philippines at 3,590 pesos. And I think at that price point, the value that you will get with this gimbal is a lot. One more thing that I liked about, you know, this new gimbal is that when I used to have a mobile phone gimbal back in 2017 from another brand, when I wanted to do, you know, shots with a portrait orientation, I had to manually unscrew something at the back, position my mobile phone, and then lock it again. With the Moza Mini MX, you just tap the power button 3 times and it goes to portrait mode. If you want to bring it back to landscape mode, just do the same thing. There you go. So that is it for this video. If you are still here and you like this video, please hit that like button. I'd appreciate it so much. Also, if you like this type of content, gear reviews, gear tutorials, and tech vlogs, then please subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you'll get notified when I upload new videos. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya!